If you're relatively new to the Jurassic franchise, maybe you joined with 2015's Jurassic World, you don't know how good we've got it. We lived in the wilderness for a decade, folks. Telltale's Jurassic Park the game was really the only sign of life we had for years, but Jurassic is well and truly back and has at least 5 new media properties on the way. That's a silly term, but I mean, TV, film and games, and a few other things to look forward to as well. Here's everything new that's confirmed to be coming to the Jurassic franchise in the near future, plus some bonus stuff. Let's start with new video games, with 3 confirmed to be on the way, 2 of which very soon. Jurassic World Archipelago is the first of those 3 coming out. This is an expansion pack for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which is available for free on Game Pass, by the by. And it adds not only Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna, but the other islands of the 5 deaths as well, the ones we've scarcely ever seen. You're seeing the new second trailer now, showcasing flight over Nublar, landing at the Jurassic World Command Center, even has an interior, and soaring over fields of roaming Brachiosaurus and Gallimimus. We've got interior buildings, we've got Jurassic era vehicles, we've got a bunch of different dinosaurs, and all the famous airstrips and helicopter landing pads from the films. This is obviously something very, very different, but I'm really looking forward to this one. It's coming either later this month or early next month as a paid expansion, so we're going to have our hands on this in just a few weeks' time. Not long after that, Jurassic World Evolution 3 is coming out on the 21st of October this year, and that's barely 2 months away somehow. Time is a cruel mistress. Adding the brand new baby dinosaurs and a brand new breeding mechanic, much more advanced terrain tools and some detailed modular building, so far it looks to be a sizable upgrade, more so than its predecessor maybe was. Throw in some stunning waterfalls and some incredible new dinosaur designs and it should prove to be the very best way we've ever had to create our very own Jurassic worlds and parks. It's out in October on Steam and on modern consoles, no last gen this time around. The big surprise of 2023 was Jurassic Park Survival, a first-person action-adventure game that has us playing as new character Maya Joshi. She's trying to survive Isla Nublar and Jurassic Park itself in the wake of the events of the first film. And whilst they went radio silent for a long time, just this past week we got a huge behind the scenes reveal with some great looking gameplay and locations, including Rexy, the Velociraptors, and of course the iconic visitor centre. We still don't know when this one is actually coming out. I suspect mid to late 2026 at a guess. But hey, at least people will now stop saying it's cancelled, right? Now that's it for the big confirmed games, but just very recently the Fortnite surveys went out for August, basically trying to gauge interest in several different IPs and properties. One of those IPs was Jurassic World, assumedly to cash in on the Jurassic World Rebirth loving that's going on at the moment. Now of course right now this doesn't mean anything. Not saying it does. Okay, it means something. What it means is that we could potentially have a Fortnite x Jurassic World collab before too long. And someone out there is probably very happy about that. It's not me, but somebody probably is. Moving on to TV now, we've got 2 new things coming out pretty soon. The first is the new and final season of Jurassic World Chaos Theory. The story of the Nublar 5 is going to come to an end with the final season with no current announced plans for a follow-up. Now there were rumours recently of yet another sequel series, but they were spread by unreliable sources, maybe trying to cash in on a few clicks. As far as we know, this is the end of their story and there won't be a Jurassic World Rebirth themed tie-in series. Though it's worth noting this was a very popular show, they might be cooking up something else entirely. Either way, Season 4's Biosyn Valley focused antics will be releasing on the 20th of November later this year in 2025. How many of you forgot this thing existed? Potentially for good reason, because unless you're a toddler or you have a toddler or you're friends with lots of toddlers and that one's a little bit weird, then it's not really for you. And that's okay. Jurassic World Explorers is a preschool era animated show based in the Jurassic World franchise, featuring a returning cast of star dinosaurs like Rexy and the Velociraptor squad from the first World film. It isn't for most of us, but if you've got kids, you'll probably be glad for something other than the terribleness that is Peppa Pig to throw on. I really dislike Peppa Pig. She's got such an attitude problem, honestly. I will say, I cannot wait for Jurassic YouTubers and Reddit and stuff to analyse the hell out of this kids show for lore and canon clues. It's inevitable, it really is. Now, whilst that's all we've got for confirmed new TV and games and films at the moment, there is more coming. Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out on home release on September 9th, and that is again just a few weeks away. Now that's pretty cool for people who like to own physical copies of their films, but it also means we're going to get proper high quality versions of those deleted scenes that have been popping up all over lately, as well as a huge array of behind the scenes content. There isn't going to be some gigantic extended edition. Gareth Edwards has confirmed they only shot a handful of scenes that didn't make it into the film, and we already know all about those. Don't expect a big fancy extended version, but some cool behind the scenes stuff and a little bit of bonus footage. Okay, this is not confirmed, but I think we would all be very surprised at this point if Jurassic World Rebirth doesn't get a sequel. Edwards has said repeatedly that the film was designed to be a one and done, and that was assumedly so Universal could judge its box office performance before committing to this revitalization of the franchise. But with a rumoured production budget of $180 million, and you kind of times by 2.5 including marketing, so we're talking around $450 to $500 million budget, but a current box office gross of over $800 million and climbing. It's probably gonna hit 875 or so by the end. This thing has made a fortune. Whilst Edwards has said it's a one and done, he also said he'd love to see these characters continue on in new stories, and that he even has an idea he'd really like to bring to life in the Jurassic franchise. I hope when the next film inevitably happens, and I do think we'll see this announced before too long, Edwards is kept on board and he's given much more time and involvement to really make it his film. Either way, this one is almost certainly happening. Alright, final thing. One of personal interest to me at least, and hopefully some of you at home, and a really good sign of Universal's long-term faith in this franchise, which can only be a good thing for everything else we've talked about. Jurassic is getting not one but two new theme park areas dedicated to it. The first is a new Universal Kids theme park in Texas that's opening with a Jurassic World themed zone, and that's opening just next year in 2026. But it's kid themed, yada yada yada. The bigger news for those of us in Old Blighty and Western Europe is that according to the Beeb, that's the BBC, Universal's big new England-based theme park is also going to have a Jurassic themed section. Now personally, I usually have to travel across the planet, to Florida, etc. to get access to this sort of thing. So having one basically on my doorstep is really exciting. And whilst it's probably 3 to 4 years away at least at this point in time, it's definitely good news for those of us in Western Europe at the very least. Now I just need to find a house that's kind of nearby that I can move to, and then I can go like every day. I'll just die happy, bury me under the Jurassic Park River Rapid Ride. So that's it for today. 9 things, big and small, coming to the Jurassic franchise. Suffice to say, the franchise is in a really healthy place right now, spearheaded by a successful film and assumedly, and this is worth keeping in mind, $10 billion in toy sales as per usual. As long as they keep supporting the wider community with television, games and more, I'll be happy. But I would love to see them develop a live action TV series of some form. I'm not even going to say the prequel series that we always talk about. Any form of live action TV series. I think that's probably the top thing on most of our wish lists, but maybe yours is different, and if so, let me know in the comment section down below. What would be your dream Jurassic property? What would you most want to see them tackle next? Let me know, and I'll see you lovely folks very, very soon. Thank you for joining me. Cheers much love as always. Bye bye.